Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, 2024 is proving to be a good year in my bismuth pouring career. It's off to a good start, at least. I improved upon, this is my 10th Putin Dirty Bomb in a few days, as I like to call it. Go watch my last video about why it's a dirty bomb that we could use on Putin. Here we are. So I figured out a little bit of a secret. You want the crystals to grow from the bottom up. So as it's cooling, you got to watch for crystals that form at the top and collect them as they're going, which is great. You sometimes get a bonus 1 or 2 small crystals out of that as well. And you have to figure out the right timing to stop the process. Unfortunately, 2 unfortunate things. First, it's very labor intensive, right? You can't just pour. You have to, first you got to pour an ingot using the graphite mold. Then you got to remelt it because it has to melt from the bottom up for this to work. And you got to skim the top layer that forms, and then you skim the crystals off. And it also consumes quite a bit of bismuth. This thing here weighs about 2 pounds. And it generates a lot of slag as you're doing it, which I know how to turn back into bismuth metal, but very labor intensive as well. So it's going to be difficult to price, right? That's the only tricky part of it. I got to see how much I can get out of it to see if it's worthwhile to do. The statues of the Buddhas, the Ganeshas, those are easy to pour by comparison, right? You pretty much pour and just forget about it, let it cool off, right? And you might have to grind and anodize a little bit. There's not a whole lot of slag, right? There's just a lot of bismuth dust then you put into your furnace, but that's minor compared to the slag that this kind of stuff could generate, right? I probably only have to do a carbothermal reduction every 20 pours of that Ganesh, right? For this one, I'm kind of constantly doing that, right? So a little bit difference in terms of the flavor of how much labor involved there. So I'll have to see if the pricing will make it worthwhile. I hope to do other elements that will form crystals. I believe tellurium will as well, but I don't have nearly as much experience with it. And if you mess up, you know, I'll probably lose my day job if I really mess up with tellurium, just because of an interesting side effect that it has on us, right? All right, so I had a good run with bismuth so far this year. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.